You know I'm watching you? You come closer? Please.
I'm nervous. I don't know what to do.
We have to see. So this is a fine Colombian specimen. No, I'm joking. I don't know what titi means in Colombian, but it means something else in Filipino. Are you trying to show your ass? Hi guys, Dan Spence here again. Did you know that Colombia is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world? When I go to places, I wanna explore what the place offers, what I will most probably see there that I won't see anywhere else. I don't know what titi means in Colombian, but it means something else in Filipino. You will see a lot of different types of animals and plants. I thought, you know what, maybe that's one of the things that I should let myself experience. And so I went exploring, and I did see a lot of animals and plants that I haven't seen before in my life. And that was really interesting. It's beautiful to explore nature. They have free stuff that you can go and check out. So all you need to do is kind of check in at the entrance. Anywhere you go in Colombia, they will ask you like for your ID. But it's okay, even if it's just a picture of your passport, that's fine. So just have a picture of your passport on your phone and they accept that. Like everywhere I went that I was asked for ID, I just showed that and it was fine. There wasn't any problem. They just asked for that at the entrance and then they let you choose like what country you're from, and I couldn't find the UK for some reason, and it's not as common, I guess. Seems like when I was going around there, maybe from proximity of the location, there's a lot more people who are English. You know, most of the people who are English speaking are from America, from the US. My friend was telling me that maybe it's not that common, although it's strange that I met some people who are from Barnet. I met some people who are from Barnet when I was there in Colombia. And then I did see a lot of different people from a lot of different places, different parts of Europe and the UK, but majority, like most of the foreign people that I've seen around me are from the US. Even if I explain to the guy like UK, it seems like they can find it. I looked for it under G, you know, for Great Britain. I looked for it in under U, you know, for the UK. E for England. But I couldn't find it. Maybe there's a different name in Spanish for where we're coming from. But I couldn't find it there, and the guy just said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just go in." You get to see the plants. It's a jardin, you know, like a garden. I found that this one place kind of offered what you can find in the other places. The plants that you could see in the Jardin Botanica, you can see in this place as well. Although you have to pay something, it's worth it. For me, it's worth getting to go in there and see all these things. And I guess if you already know that you're gonna see this, you don't have to visit the other places anymore. And I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't really see any butterflies. I don't know, maybe I am not able to grasp the information that are out there. Maybe they're doing some announcements and I don't understand it, you know, because of the language barrier. You know what I'm so disappointed about? I wanted to see an ocelot, and I got excited when I looked at the cage and it said ocelot, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's an ocelot. And do you know how I came about ocelot and come across it? It's because of this series called Archer. I'm a fan of that series. I watched all of it. I watched it so many times. Like every time a new season comes out, I will watch it all over again from the beginning. And for me, it's hilarious. If you don't get offended easily, you will enjoy it. It's like an adult cartoon. It's very informative, and actually, I think there's a bit of a satirical undertone to it as well, and sometimes I feel like their basis for writing has some background truth to it. Like a lot of the things that I've seen there, see, like when I went to Colombia, right, and then I started reading about or watching Pablo Escobar cartel related stuff. I have seen some of that on Archer. You know, I have seen, although they might put it as not Colombia, you know, they would put it as Mexico or something. But then it's like, kind of a lot of the things that they showed in Archer seemed like it's actually have some correlation to what has happened in the past in real life. Like for example, you know, CIA involved in drug trade and stuff, and then you know this Barry Seal story came out, and then Barry Seal is involved in both the cartel and the CIA. When I was watching Barry Seal and while I was watching all these cartel related shows, I remembered a lot of things that I've seen on Archer. Why am I blabbing on about Archer? Why was I talking about Archer in the first place? Yeah, so the ocelot. So in Archer, they have shown an ocelot. They showed it a few times in Archer. I've never seen an ocelot before. my gosh, I only watched it in a cartoon before. Now I get to see it in real life. You know, I was so super excited about that. But you know what? I didn't see the ocelot. I couldn't see the ocelot. I couldn't find it. I don't know what happened to the ocelot.
We have the ocelot, the Leopardus pardalis, that in the medium sizes of felines, they are the biggest, and they are in very danger of extinction. There's only like 100 left in the world.
And you know what else I didn't see the hippo, which is like a very controversial thing there, because did you know that hippos were brought into Colombia by Pablo Escobar? They brought a couple of them, and then now they have like a outbreak of hippos. And the government is saying like, we have to get rid of all these hippos, it's ruining our environment.
In this park we also have magical plants or trees. We refer as magical because these were used by the indigents, or they are still used by some remaining cultures. You know that the indigents, before they alter their minds with plants like jumbina, ayahuasca, yahe, or mushrooms, they make the cleansing of body and soul. Like 1 month prior, they alter their minds, forgetting the desired alteration. And the body, they would clean it like eating certain things, don't smoking cigarettes, don't even drinking coffee, don't taking any other drug in your organism. And the body or their soul or their spirit, they clean it with this tree in the front, that long tree that the leaves look like hanging hands. That is called white or silver yarumo, because when they are in higher altitudes, they make an optical illusion and they seem white or silver. So you can go to the airport, to Bogota, or in an airplane, and you see these white trees. These are those. You can see a white spot in there in the hills. It's one of these because it's in a higher altitude. It makes the optical illusion. The leaves were made a powder, and they were mixed with tobacco leaves. This is called rapel. They would sniff it through the nose, and they say that that goes to the pineal glands and cleans their spirit or their soul. And another indigents from here called the Kogis, they chew at these leaves with coca leaves, and that helps them to don't feel bad in the altitude, to don't get hungry, to don't get tired, and to work all day long. This is also a medicinal tree. Some shamans and healers from these cultures use it for medicines, and the science is being researching it for some treatments of cancer, obesity, diabetes, swallowing of the prostate, illness of Sambito, that basically is Parkinson. This also has a meaty fruit that is loved by the sloths. Here we have the 2 fingers sloth. This is loved by the monkeys. Here we have the great titi monkey and the olunguito monkey. And this fruit is also loved by the toucans. In this park we have the emerald toucan. It's a green toucan, so that is why it's emerald. And Colombia is the #1 country in species of birds. We have the 20% of birds in the world. More than 2,000 species, so it's mostly what we can find in here. In this city we have 163 species of birds, and in this park we can find the 40%, almost 70 species. We have endemic birds from Colombia, like the cacique candela. This is like the symbol of the park. This is like a black bird with a red belly.
Red belly bird? Where is it?
Yeah, it's next to this tree. This is the cacique candela.
It seems like the cartel, the people who are involved in the cartel, have an interest in species. You know, bringing its species into the country. Like, you know, Pablo Escobar brought zebra into his own compound. But he's just one person. What if there's other cartel? You know, if you're friends, sometimes, you know, you talk to each other and be like, you know what, I just bought a zebra and all these birds. Maybe if they're friends, you know, the other guy would be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. You know what, I'm gonna get one, you know, and then you talk to each other, and you know what, I bought this time, I bought that. Awesome. You know, something, I don't know. I'm just making up stories. But there's a part of me that, you know, because of the hippo story, there's a part of me in my mind that maybe part of the contribution to the biodiversity is all these cartel members, you know, bringing in all these animals from a lot of different places because they can afford it.
And we also have the Oropendula. The pendula is like a black bird with a long yellow tail and a white-yellow beak with blue eyes. This makes the nest above the waterfall that looks like hanging bells. And this is why this waterfall is the waterfall of the bells, el chorro de las campanas.
So many beautiful species that I got to see for the first time, and you know what? My friend was like, "Dude, they haven't even been to like the London Zoo." You know, I haven't. And I'm like, I guess because you take it for granted if you're live in this place. You know what? I think I haven't been to a lot of places in here, you know, but maybe because if you're here, it's like you know that you can always go there, and I feel like now that I'm traveling to somewhere else, it's like, what do I need to experience? What do I need to see? What am I not gonna see anymore if I don't come here again? You know, sometimes I feel when I go to a place, I just pretend like I'm never going back. I mean, I don't know if I will. I might, but because there's so many other places that I want to go to, sometimes that is my mindset now. Like, okay, if I'm in this place, if you imagine that you're not going back to this place, what do you want to experience? What do you want to see?
In this park we also have 44 species of mammals, of which 15 are small and rodents like bunnies, rats, possums, and a species of otter that is called taira, the monkeys. We have 10 species of bats and 19 species of medium and big sizes of mammals. We have 2 canines, one medium-sized fox that is called the crabber fox, and a small-sized fox that is called the dog fox. We also have 4 species of felines, the puma con color, the lion of the mountains, they live in here. We also have a medium-sized puma that is called the puma jaguarundi, and we have 2 species of leopards.
Here?
Yeah.
Are you scared?
I was like, okay.
We
We have done with you.
And we have the Leopardus tigrinus, el tigrillo lanudo. This is a small-sized leopard, and they also live in here. Don't worry, they hear us and they hide. You know that they made this study in Africa of what the animals hear the most, and it was the human voices.
Okay.
So maybe it's sync.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. I was like, wait a second.
Don't worry. And we also have 20 species of amphibians and 15 of reptiles. Colombia being one of the top countries in amphibians and reptiles, with almost 800 amphibians and 700 reptiles. We can find snakes like the fake coral, the clayla, the jugueteadora snake, or frogs, salamanders, lizards. And butterflies of all the colors, even a translucent butterfly that we call the crystal wing butterfly, or the Queen Elizabeth, because when she was alive, she ordered like 200,000 of these butterflies for her butterfly garden in England. And welcome to El Salado Park, guys.
I joined a waterfall tour. This guide was showing us around.
I feel
Please,
nervous. I don't know what to do.
We have to see. So this is a fine Colombian specimen. No, I'm joking.
They survive eating little fishes in the sea.
pointing towards the animals that we see in front of us.
This little cricket, this is clown. It's a clown cricket.
I want to take a video of the cricket.
Clown cricket.
And there's a lot of interesting things. I'm gonna make a separate video about that because that was very informative. This guy was like showing us a lot of plants and animals that are pretty interesting, and I don't think I can make it all fit in one video, especially because I'm already featuring 3 places. That's why maybe for other people it will be lame, will be lame to be like, why are you going out checking out animals and plants? But for me it's interesting. For me it's like, I don't know, like what if these kind of species I won't see it somewhere else? If I go somewhere else, what if I don't see that? I would like to be able to see it at least once in my life. Before I die, I probably not remember it, but I took a video. I took a video of the things that I seen. I want to share that information. There's a lot of interesting information, like There's a plant that when you can use the leaves or something, like topically, you can get, like, if somebody just touches you, they can get you to be like drugged from touching, like, from that tree. Like, crazy, right? It's been known to be used for kidnapping. I feel like it's kind of enchanting. It was surreal, to be able to see these things that I have only read about or seen pictures of or seen only on TV, and then I see it now here in front of me. Some of them I don't even know about. And the birds, oh my gosh, the amount of bird species that they have as well. And it's everywhere. Like, you can see it everywhere. Like, when we were out and about and walking, we just see a random, bird singing in the tree, like a big, beautiful bird. One time I was just in the house with my friend, and then like taking a video of what it looks like outside, just came in. I was like, are you trying to be the center of attention for my video?
You know I'm watching you? You come closer? To show off? Wow.
And then Flo was like, I think he might be interested in the cat. I don't think he's interested in your video. That was like, crazy, right? Like, I've never experienced that here, like just randomly taking my video and then a bird would just come in to the terrace, and just decide to come be my center of attention for my video. I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I'm a ninja without a name. Don't follow me.